Alright, everything's been set up on short notice. Greetings and salutations, Streamland! I'm back with another short broadcast for today. I did promise you guys short broadcasts at least 1 or 2 days for the Durin's quest, so that way I can have it at least probably a quarter or halfway knocked out by the time I get to my day off for my normal broadcast. Anyways, welcome to an episode of Turbo Game for Awesome People, where I'm your host, Roger Brick. Alright, let's get to it. You have to forgive me. Late night work. And all that. Okay. That doesn't tell me how much more I have. So, let me find out. I guess I have to do it this way to figure it out. 4076. Okay, 415 and 76,000. Okay, so 76,451 is how much I have. Alright, that's what I wanted to know. And how much more does it usually cost for me to get this much done? Okay, so if it was 80, I would be 55k easy. I mean, I do have to farm all the enemies to get this stuff, you know. Which will do when I do explorations and such. It's just, yeah. Alright, there's a question then. Domains. Let me check this out real quick. I mean, I do get more just from doing the domain weapon ascension material domains. Perhaps I should do that instead? I mean, I am in dire need of other weapon ascension materials because gotta get these things up to level 70 eventually. And I do emphasize eventually. I think that's a question I might have to ask myself for another time, maybe. Alright, I'm gonna double check something. Do I have any weapons from the Nodkai region? Or at least that requires the Nodkai weapon ascension materials is the question I should be asking myself, folks. I know I definitely need more of the land ones for sure. And that's going to be one of the ones I have the least amount of materials for, quite frankly. Wait a minute. Didn't I just get the new bow? Okay, that's there. Where's the new bow then? No, that's not it. Oh, I do need to lock you in. And oh, what am I trying to do? Alright. Okay, I think I don't know. I'm not exactly sure where the hell I even get the this is the Numa archetype. So I don't know where I get the refinement materials. That's the thing. Alright, where do I get that from? I probably have to go do exploration stuff for it. So there's that, probably. I'll get around to. Okay, I might have the essential materials for it, but that's besides the point. Oh, let me get it out of the get it at least ahead of the packs, the rest of the level 1s, so that way I don't have to deal with it. There. I'm trying to figure out where my bow. Oops, no, I don't. Apparently, type is a sort up by quality, and well, let's do it by type. What happens to that? Oh, it does sort it out by type, which is what I usually prefer rather than by quality. This makes it easier for me to hunt it down. Sure. Oh, I already have it on Collie. Okay, I am ever the silly. See how I don't pay attention, folks. Alright, let's put it back quality then. Yeah, I'd rather keep it type. Alright. That being stated. Oh, but it does also, hold on. Let me go back here. But it does also include my level, oh yeah, the really low level ones too. Well, that's a pain somewhat. Alright, back to its original assortment. Alright. Yeah, let me just fill with that. I'll worry about the actual weapon extension materials later, I guess. I'm gonna get my freeze composition. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I'm in the wrong area of the map, aren't I? I've been doing Leeward so that way I can get more of the treasure hoarder materials and rune guards. To use MV shaps as well. Alright, let's get put something in my belly right now.
Huh? Ooh.
Oh, I forgot with Skirk, that increases it by 1 at least, so there's that. Alright, let's do this.
Say it, the animal archive. A little amuse-bouche.
Alright.
Annihilate. Mine to wield. Chew on this.
There we are. Alright. No, the next one's going to be at where? Oh. Wow, okay. Further down the road it is. Yeah, her giggle is awesome. Well, since you chumps want to fight.
Power.
let's see. Okay.
Pinnacle of excellence! Up to the freezer! West Wind, carry me! Surprise baptism! Ding dong, water bomb! Go clock! Extinguished!
That thing's going to disappear before I get a chance to...
Fearless!
Alright, I was hoping it would absorb it beforehand. Now then. One more. Oh, perfect. I can do this. Alright, let's see what new enemies I can fight. Hopefully it's some V-Shaps this time. That would be awesome. But something tells me that's not gonna happen.
Into the void! May the Archon protect you! Flash attack! Chew on this! Goose on the loose! Fearless! Another star goes out!
Hooray! In that case, now I can get back to work on the... Well, first things first, gotta make sure I get a few things done. One, of course, gotta do these in Lieben. Naturally.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild.
Alright. Get my X. Or dispatched. Okay, that's definitely not dinosaurs. I thought that was. At first glance, anyways. Sorry, folks. I was looking at something else real quick.
Ad Astra.
Alright. Clean daily commissions.
Thank you for completing today's commissions. Here is your reward.
Alright. Now for the next fun part. To the library. Oh wait, nope, forgot. Leaving. Almost forgot leaving.
God, think about his dealer.
Of course I need something leaving. From exchange. There, and of course. Now let's see here. Teleport to the Sears lobby. Because that will get me to the, you know, the library itself. And then bam! I'm right where I need to be. Alright.
Back in the Mondstadt Library, huh? Talk about a trip down memory lane.
It's been a while.
So we're supposed to find the seeds of the story, right? What do you think that means?
Well, we're in a library, so it's gotta be books, right? But seriously, there's so many here. How are we supposed to know which ones we need?
Making a racket in a library? You should know better than that.
Oh.
Lisa! Oh, sorry about that.
Now, who do we have here? Ah, my golden-haired cutie. And my little horn cutie, too.
Sorry, Miss Lisa. I know you taught me to be quiet in the library, but Paimon was just trying to help. Please don't be too hard on her.
Well, it has been far too long since we saw each other, so I suppose I can let it slide just this once.
So Lisa's been mentoring you?
Back when he first arrived here, poor Jean wasn't sure what to do with him, so I stepped in to lend a hand. I figured, if I can handle a boy raised by wolves, then teaching one who's part dragon should be a walk in the park.
Nice! Sounds like Durin was welcomed with open arms.
Why, of course. Now, let's save the reminiscing for another time. I'm sure you're here for a reason. Did you need to borrow some books?
It's kind of hard to explain. Maybe you could take a look at this.
Oh? Ah, I see. These so-called seeds of the story must be the books that inspired its creation.
That's what I was thinking.
That's just how it is with stories. They grow out of the tales that came before them.
Exactly.
And that mage, I can almost picture her here, hundreds of years ago, scribbling away at one of these very desks.
But we don't know anything about this story. How are we supposed to figure out which books inspired it?
New Zombieland Saga
As
movies
it
coming in
happens,
theaters.
Just before I
Yes!
found you here,
Thank
I
you.
was looking into something rather
It's been years since
peculiar.
Zombieland
One of the knights
had its
reported
third
seeing some
season, and
books
it's been
that
needing
weren't
it.
listed anywhere in our
The show's
catalog.
freaking awesome.
Stranger still, just as he went to reach out for them, the books vanished into thin air. And then, a while later, while he was browsing through other shelves, there they were again.
Seriously?
That particular knight knows this library inside and out. I'd be very surprised if he was seeing things. Something tells me these might just be the magical books you're after.
Wait, what?
According to the
possible.
report, there are 3 of these books in total. I'll be relying on you to track them down, cuties.
She's relying on us to track it down, she says. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna switch up my party system. And in that case, since I'm gonna be using Durin, Duran, not Duran. Those
I'll
who
be
have
right
not played
behind you.
StarCraft Brood Wars would not get the joke, sadly. Huh. It's gonna be vaporized. So, who should I pick for? Well, I mean, I haven't used Diona in a good long while.
Leave it to me.
I did forget one thing, didn't I? Forgot that his signature only works when there's. Oh, technically speaking, it pops up when he's using it himself. But if I put Bennett in with anybody who is from the Hexarite, that works just as well. So there's that. Boom. All right, let's go. Alright. Look for the objects in this book. Okay, so I gotta hunt down all the... Oh, wait. Hey, there's something glowing here. I know. I saw that. You don't have to tell you, folks. Vera's melancholy. I'm not sure who the hell Vera was again, but... Official dictionary. D... No flag... flag... Der Prinzessin. No flag. The official dictionary and the official dictionary do no flag der Prinzessin have as their proper name. Heilig Edicte der Verurteilung. I am surprised I could actually pronounce that. As such, incorrect nomenclature during forward occasions such as literary award ceremonies, should the text be so fortunate as to win a prize, would be ill considered and quite frankly ill advised. Original text: Hark! I hear the searing winds of yesteryear that echo through the abyss of time, howling through that tower, forgotten in the torrent of causality. Translation: Storm Terror's lair. New translation: Hark! I hear the searing winds of yesteryear that echoes through the abyss of time, howling through that tower. Forgotten. Okay. So basically it translates into its original text, apparently. Speaking in old limericks and such, in poetic terms. I love it.
Kinda looks like a poetry collection. But why is part of the title missing?
To make you ask questions, Paimon. To make you ask questions. Naturally. Dumpty Trevor Trove.
Wait! Did Klee write this one? Should this even be here? We better show it to Lisa.
Get ready, you gotta walk in the library, folks. Don't run. What's this right here? Huh. I forgot that there's all the books I never collected during my time exploring Mondstadt. Oh, but wait, I digress. Sprint log number
Experiment
0.
log.
Whatever.
Looks like part of the title's been erased. There's something seriously suspicious about this book.
Albedo, or Ryan Daughter, most likely. Hey, there's a library of rules part. The Blood Princess, of course.
Let's hang on to this one for now. Could be one of the ones we're looking for. It's one of M's, after all.
Strongest spell in
Second
existence.
strongest spell in existence. Do not show Klee. Wait,
Do not show Klee.
actually a book like that right here in the Mondstadt library?
It's probably written by Alice.
That title's just gonna make people even more curious. There's definitely something fishy about this one.
I feel like I searched all the whole area now. So let's ask Lisa.
Well, did you manage to find them? Huh. This book definitely doesn't belong here.
Yeah, we can tell just from reading the title.
Albedo was the one who brought it in. He suggested I place it on the restricted list and keep it sealed away.
Why?
He said it's full of forbidden alchemical formulas, some of which could even result in the creation of dangerous monsters. Apparently, the danger it posed was so great, he didn't even feel like it was safe to carry around or keep it in his workshop.
And yet he wrote it.
Really?
Please tell me he didn't write it though.
Definitely sounds like it
If
shouldn't
not,
be
I'm
here
pretty sure
yet.
Ryan Daughter did.
Still, if that maid read this book too, it must have been written a lot earlier than I'd imagined. Well, did you manage to find them? Well, this book has quite an obvious connection with that mage, considering she was the one who wrote it. But as one of the library's classics, its presence here is hardly unusual. It really is a must-read, so if you haven't read it yet, that's your homework, cutie. Well, did you manage to find them? Because this is something Klee wrote. It's a compilation of all the best fish blasting spots around Mondstadt, as
Figured
well
it's
as the
that
most
much.
convenient places to stash her new jumpy dumpties. Of course, there's no way she'd get away with keeping a book like that in her bag. And she'd be in big, big trouble if Jean were to find out. Not only would the book itself be confiscated, but she'd be looking at a whole day in solitary confinement at the very least. Somehow,
Inhumane
she figured
treatment of a
out that
child.
the best place to hide it was right here. No place like a forest for hiding trees, huh?
Indeed.
Now, every time it gets confiscated, she just writes a new one and sneaks it back in.
Guess it's a restricted book in its own way.
Yes. So thanks for helping me find it. I'll finally be able to hand it over to Jean. Well, did you manage to find them? Yes, this is a restricted book, all right. It certainly isn't supposed to be here.
But it looks like a regular poetry collection. How did it end up being classified as a restricted book?
The issue lies with one of the poems inside. You've heard of the great battle that took place on Dragonspine, yes? 500 years ago, during the cataclysm in Conria, an evil dragon descended upon Mondstadt. A fierce battle with Dvalin ensued, but in the end, the evil dragon fell, and Dragonspine became its
Durin.
resting place.
We're talking about Durin, the Durin of Dragonspine.
Well, the poem in question turns the whole battle into a dance, with the evil dragon recast as an innocent child who came here in search of friends. But given all the suffering experienced at the claws of that dragon, how could the people of Mondstadt accept such a retelling?
Alright, let's get this. Get my coffee too while I'm at it, folks. I'll be right back. Alright, now while I'm waiting for it to brew. Alright. Okay.
Bards are often accused of inventing history or distorting the truth in their ballads. But this one hit a bit too close to
Much for
home.
Strike Eagle. I haven't played that
And
game
since the
forever.
knights back then were unable to track down the
Had that
author,
game actually.
they decided to ban the entire collection, blot out the title, and seal it away for good.
So the version in the poem, it was all a lie?
I'm afraid that question is something only the dragon himself could answer. Well, did you manage to find them?
Second strongest spell.
Truly extraordinary. And certainly not the kind of thing that should be just lying around. In fact, Miss Alice gave strict instructions about it.
So, it's some kind of book of spells? Paimon's guessing magic this powerful should be kept a secret.
It's true. This book does contain one of Miss Alice's spells. But honestly, virtually no one could actually pull it off, even if they tried. The only reason it's even meant to be in the restricted section is because we can't let Klee get her hands on it.
Oh. I was right, it is written by Alice. Klee probably
After
could.
Klee was born, Miss Alice advised us to seal it away. She even added that little subtitle herself.
So, it's to keep it away from Klee, huh? Does that mean she could use it to cause even more mayhem than she already does with Jumpy Dumpty?
No, that's not it. As Miss Alice herself put it, letting Klee see it too early would spoil the surprise.
Indeed.
Well, would you look at that? Seems like these are the little troublemakers you're after. And all three just so happen to be forbidden texts. What kind of story requires reference material like that, I wonder?
Forbidden texts? You know, the first time you mentioned that the library had a restricted section, Paimon thought you were just trying to scare us. Are you saying it actually exists?
Not
No,
really
Paimon,
something
she's
you should
not.
be poking your little nose into, is it, cutie?
Sorry.
Seeing as it was Miss Alice who asked you to look for these books, I won't question the matter. But they'll need to be sealed away again once you're done, so don't forget to return them.
Don't worry, Miss Lisa. I won't forget.
Well then, that's all from me. After all that hard work, I think I've earned myself a nice cup of tea.
Yeah, you did. And I'd be more than happy to brew it to you, for you,
We
sweetheart.
gathered all the reference books. What's
It
next?
is.
Wait, look!
Oh, and my coffee should be done brewing by now, folks, so give me a moment. Alright, well, that's right, I forgot I do need to have that up. I can see which videos I need to... Alright, let's see the story. Alright, so that's where so I need to know which one of my highlights to export next. Be right back, folks.
Gusha Biat?
Seeds brought on the wind will sprout in due time.
Gusha Biat?
Seeds brought on the wind will sprout in due time.
Gusha Biat?
Long, long ago, an evil dragon descended upon the human world, bringing terrible calamity in its wake. Bravely did the people resist, until at last, the dragon lay slain. Later, a witch with a love for stories came upon the tale of the evil dragon, and for reasons she could not explain, felt a pang of sorrow on its behalf. For she knew, despite its body being born of wicked alchemy, all along, the dragon's soul was that of an innocent child. Right up to the moment of its death, it had no choice in becoming a vessel of calamity, nor could it fathom the cruel fate that lay before it. Though the witch had a love of stories, she was not pleased with how this one ended. No, that won't do, she thought. I'll write you a better ending instead. And so she set off to do just that, borrowing a little magic from her friend. With it, she wove a dragon's egg, resolving to rear a dragon child of her own. Yet long in thought she lingered, wondering what kind of world her little dragon ought to behold upon waking. At last, she made her mind up, adorning the cradle with a wisp of woodland air. Then, she quietly waited for the egg to hatch.
Whoa! We're actually inside the story!
This must be Aunt Alice's magic.
Sounds like the story's about Durin.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, folks. I thought I had my
A
microphone
story
turned back on.
about me?
Why
Get my
don't
coffee
we
now.
just see where the story takes us? All we know is the beginning at this point.
Okay.
And now a golden-haired traveler, a silvery sprite, and a dragon-born youth step onto the stage. What new chapter will their arrival bring?
Whoa! That came out of nowhere. Was that the same voice we heard just now?
Sounds like the story even has its own narrator.
Yeah. But why does it sound so familiar?
I've missed this. It's just like the stories my mother used to tell me.
You mean... Em? She used to tell you stories?
Yeah, she loved it. Back when she was still alive. Sorry, we should focus on what we're here to do. So, now that we're in the story, what's next?
The dragon youth wondered aloud. Yet all he could do was wait for the story to unfold. Of course, there's something to be said for helping it along. Perhaps a little exploration could prove fruitful.
Oh! Is that a hint?
Follow suggestion for now?
Yeah, I agree.
For a moment, the story crashers fell silent. Perhaps waiting around wasn't such a bad idea after all. Yet those who never stray beyond the main plot often miss the fun little details along the way.
This is true. Oftentimes, when I'm reading stuff, I just tend to blitz through the whole story. And sometimes I just go back and read it again just so that way I can, and then take my time the second time through. I wonder if there's anything I can do to observe any other part of it. Huh. Let's observe this.
This must be the dragon egg, right? Looks like it's gonna hatch any moment now.
Did I just skip over
So
actually
we've got a dragon egg about to hatch, a witch who loves stories, and that evil dragon we heard about at the beginning. Yep, it all adds up.
This is my story, isn't it?
Quite possibly, my friend. Quite possibly.
Okay, so how are we supposed to help the story along? It feels like all we can do right now is wait.
Apparently, it hadn't dawned on the group to look for a way to help the egg hatch faster.
Oh, right! We're at the point in the story where we're waiting for the baby dragon to hatch. So that has to happen before the story can continue.
How do
With
I do
the
that?
flames at his command, perhaps the dragon youth might be able to provide the egg with sufficient warmth.
What? You want us to roast the dragon egg?
Not
The
roasted, you
silvery
dingo.
sprite's
Incubate.
surprise betrayed her lack of reading. For in countless tales, it is told that only by fire's embrace will a dragon's egg hatch swiftly.
Huh, you kinda have a point there.
Lack of reading. Reading comprehension.
Okay, I'll see what I can do.
After Durin releases his elemental skill, both his elemental skill and normal attack will be converted into special forms. Cast an elemental skill again will turn his next elemental burst into principle of purity as the light shifts, manifesting his power in the form of dragon white flame. Hiya, how you doing? Okay, I'm surprised I haven't seen it pop up in my feed yet, but Dollars to Donuts eventually will. Naturally. Alright, glad to hear. It is pretty awesome to play. Combat is somewhat simplistic in terms of execution, but definitely complex in its understanding. Alright. I've been playing this game let's see, I think it's about 5 years now that this game's been around. Easily. Okay, so I can't go anywhere else, unfortunately. Alright, so that is that for me. Alright.
The story has only just begun!
Let every unborn life be welcomed with tender anticipation, and
it's one of
may
my
that
favorite
warmth
games.
Stay with it for a lifetime. At last, under the witch's expectant gaze, the little dragon broke free from its shell.
I appreciate the follow. Although, I'm surprised you just dropped the file just right for. I, I, I really wish people would actually, when they ask me where I'm from, they'd be more precise about their question of where I'm from. So if you're asking about what country, which country I'm from, the United States, of course, probably goes without saying, judging by how I speak. But if you're asking about what state, Michigan. Hopefully your folks' coffee is good as mine. Sometimes it is. Depends on on how what you view as a nice place to be from. Glad to hear.
No living being has ever decided the moment of its birth. You were no exception,
All right.
my child. I
And I'm
brought you
guessing you're
into
gonna ask me
being
if I
because
would
I
like your help
willed
with
it
boosting my
so.
numbers or something like that.
Just like the witch who created that
How long have I
evil
been streaming in
dragon.
general?
But I
Too darn long,
promise
I
you
guess.
this.
No.
Your birth was
I'd say a
wanted.
few years now.
You are loved. And you will have a different fate than the dragon that came before you.
You've never
Yeah, I knew I
told me
should have
those
talked to the
things
little,
before, but
observed the little
for
fluffy
some
thing before.
reason, I always knew. Thank you for bringing me into this world.
The waiting witch did not feel lonely, for she had 3 visitors by her side. Together, they beheld the hatchling's first breath of life.
What do you mean by like?
Holding
I'm
her
sorry, I didn't
dragon
quite
child
understand the
close,
question.
the witch promised him a life unlike that of the evil dragon. And so, nestled in his mother's warm embrace, did the little dragon's story.
I'd say at least a few years, probably around, I'd say it's been 5, maybe 6. But I don't stream every day or frequently, is the thing. I usually stream on my days off.
Wait, isn't this Mon's dad? Looks like we're back in the real world.
Alright, now I need to figure
Looks
out
like
which
there's
one's
more
the next
written on
one.
the page now and less ink left than before. So, does that mean we've completed this chapter?
Checking out my videos here, see which one I need to export next. I think that's every last one I have exported so far, so... Roughly, yeah. And so... By your metric, that's not good. For me, that's fine and dandy in my viewpoint. PlayStation. I haven't had PC probably for almost half as long as you've been alive. I'd have to venture a guess. It's been what? Let's see here. Almost 12 years since I last had a PC. Call of Duty. I played Call of Duty. I haven't played a Call of Duty game probably since Modern Warfare 2. As far as Dragon Ball SZ, I can't remember what the hell that initial stands for, but I know it's Dragon Ball without a doubt. I just got done saying Call of Duty, dude. I have played Call of Duty. Haven't played Call of Duty since. Oh, for the love of Mike. I haven't played Call of Duty since Modern Warfare 2. Unless you're asking about the most current Call of Duty, and then the answer is definitely no, because I just answered it with basically haven't played it since Modern Warfare 2. Okay. Let's see here. Warframe. Zone Zero. Honkai Star Rail. Wuthering Waves. If you're talking about for console games, let's see. I've also played Darksiders. I mean, I have a long list of games I have played, but as far as currently playing, is a different story. I have also played Devil May Cry 5. It's been a while, and if rumor is to be believed, I am looking forward to number 6 coming out. Not anytime soon, that's it. If you're going to suggest graphic arts, words, and designs, then I'll have to pass for now. Saving up for a home. All right. Anyways, at least the window to his past. That's what I'm
Yeah,
thinking.
but why does M seem to think that the story isn't finished yet? Durin broke free from the curse, came into this world with a new body, and even made a bunch of new friends. That already sounds like a happy ending to Paimon.
Alright, you know what? I know you're gonna ask, so give me just one sec. See, how did I know? I want you to take a good guess on how I knew. Alright, let's see here. Okay, signed in. Oh, I'm gonna do this part here. Stream manager. Alright, let's see. Wigert 1. Let's see here. Username. Yep. Okay, now where's I at? Oh, right. I was trying to. Oh, this is move. Maybe there's some. Maybe there'll be some clues in the following chapters.
True. Everything's always so mysterious with these mages. Guess all we can do is wait for more clues.
Huh.
Alright, let's see here. I'm trying to figure out which one's my next one I gotta explore. That one should be the next one.
All right, that should do it.
That sounds like Alice.
That's Alice's voice!
Knew it.
Hello there, children. If you're hearing this, you've stumbled upon the little recording I left for you. I thought you could use a few hints about how the book works. By now, I'm guessing you've already begun to
export
leave your
that.
mark on the story.
Crap.
You should
No.
know, however,
No,
that the
that's
book
not what I
needs
wanted to
time
do.
to absorb the ink, so the next chapter's clues won't show up right away.
Crap stack.
so
I keep on
Even
tapping the
magic
wrong
ain't
ones
time
here.
to try?
The good news is, you can return to any chapter you've already completed and continue to explore the mystical, magical storybook world you helped create. Have fun, dearies. Toodles!
Oh, man. Paimon was so ready to knock this out in one go.
Maybe it's for the best.
That's Paimon for you.
Sooner or later, we'll end up being whisked off to another world again, and if that happens, who knows when we'll be able to come back. So it might be
No,
good to
that's
take
not
a
it.
break while we can.
That
A
it.
break.
Okay. All right. Let's see. I guess is okay. I kind of missed out one. I was trying to finagle this, and then since here I was Let's see. Okay. How long I've been doing this right now? All right. Let's finish. Guess it's now as good as time any.
Paimon has a sudden craving for the Good Hunter's sticky honey roast. And we happen to be in Mondstadt, so...
Actually, now would be as good time as any to take a break. Because, like I said, today's only a short one because I do work today. I just wanted to get a little bit, at least a quarter of this story, this particular character story knocked off before I do my big broadcast tomorrow. That way, I could probably finish at least half of it, get it three-quarters of the way through, if not fully finish it by the end of tomorrow's broadcast. That way, I could pick back up where we left off on the Welkin Moon quest. All right. That being stated, let's finish up this dialogue.
So let's meet up here later. I need to find Miss Lisa to return those books anyway.
Alright, yep, okay, cool. So this is it right here. In the meantime, folks, you folks have been awesome. Thank you for hanging out with me just for a pretty short period for this short my brain's now melting. For this brief moment of doing this character quest, we shall pick this up tomorrow, okay, folks? I hope you're looking forward to seeing how this story turns out. Anyways, but of course that's after I do my grocery shopping tomorrow. So, and hopefully I manage to wake up on time tomorrow. That way I can get everything done by, I want to say, hopefully 10 a.m. Eastern time, and get back here by about 10:30-ish. That way I can get started early and get it done early, because later in the day I'll be doing a full-on grind-a-thon and Warframe with my brother. Alright, you folks have been awesome. Remember the Game On BX and show. So until tomorrow, the corner's closed. Now make like trees and leave. Or something. You know how it is, folks. Anyways, see ya!